Hi guys, I thought I'd make a video today of Civil War relics. This stuff here that you see is all reproduction stuff because I'm a Civil War reenactor, but I see you guys digging up the originals and thought I might make an identification video for guys who are digging this stuff up that may not know what it is. So I thought I'd run through some of my gear and show you some of the metal stuff that might be surviving out there in the East Coast. So let's go through some of my stuff. This is a haversack. This is what they would carry their rations in, their food, some of their personal gear. The metal parts on that really are just there's a little roller buckle right there, and a little rivet there. The rest of it's canvas, and it's a tarred canvas to make it last and be a little more weatherproof. That's the forage cup. I've drank a lot of coffee out of that baby right there. Tin plate. This is an original fork, or at least a period fork. Pieces of hardtack that they had to survive on, among other things. So let's see. There's a couple of canteens over here. The metal parts of those are, of course, underneath this wool is metal. And the corks have a eye screw going through them. And now this one's got a chain on it. There's some argument whether they had chains in the Civil War. I think most of them probably just had a cord like this. But this one's got a chain on it. Here's a fife over here I found in an antique store. That may be period correct. I'm not a big expert on those, but there's two brass ends on those right there. We got a bayonet. This bayonet fits the 1853 Enfield, the scabbard for it, and there's metal parts on that. There's a brass metal part up here, and there's a brass metal part on the end. These things fall off a lot, even at reenactments, so people lose those. I'm surprised I still have mine after 15 years of reenacting. So there's that. There's a little metal ring on the bayonets. I would assume those, well, they could come off, but pretty hard to do, so you probably wouldn't find those just separately. But here's a waist belt and the buckle, U.S. buckle. I'm a Yankee, so get over it. Now the buckle and the plate on the cartridge box looks alike on the front, but the way they're made on the back, they're different. See, this one's got two hooks bent over to hold the belt on, and this part that goes into the other end of the belt. And the cartridge box plate is built a little different. It's got two eyelets right here and right here, and you just run a piece of rawhide through there to hold that on. So that's how they're different. This is the cap pouch, and here are the musket caps that go in them. There's a little brass piece right here, a little button that holds the flap down on there. That might survive. Here's the replica 1853 Enfield 58 caliber 3-band infantry rifle. There were two main infantry rifles used in the Civil War. These are the British-made Enfields and the U.S.-made Springfields. And there's metal parts on those. Of course, there's a brass butt plate back here. We've got trigger guard. There's a ring for the strap. I can't think of the right name of it. 3 bands holding the barrel onto the stock, and there's a brass cap here on this one. Enfields and Springfields are a little different, but this is the Enfield. Tampion goes in there, keeps the rain out. Rammer. Other little metal pieces. That's the there's the rear sight. There's little parts to that. the lock itself. Now this is of course where the nipples go right here. Goes the caps go on the nipple right there, just like that. I shouldn't shoot it right now. I think it's loaded. Okay, the knapsack. The knapsack has lots and lots of little roller buckles and hooks. This one I've got my poncho on the back of it, on the top I should say. The ponchos, you can roll them out flat and use them for a ground cloth. There's rivets on those. See, one side's rubberized and one side's just canvas, and there are these rivets in those eyelets. A lot of snaps, a lot of different buckles. Here's a roller buckle, a big roller buckle for this side of the strap, shoulder strap. And there's little ones holding the two flaps together. There's one there, one over there. Now this shoulder strap is fastened a little different than the other side. It's got that hook right there and this triangular eye that holds that on. And that's, let's see, have I covered everything? Well, there's a couple of photos here. This is an original one here with a actual Civil War soldier in it that I found in an antique store. The metal part of that. They carry these around in things like these knapsacks. They're personal gear. And you could find possibly that metal framework that goes around. They're called Union cases. Both of these are broken. They would have had covers on them. But pocket knives, carried those around. Let's see, that's about it for gear. Oh, let's cover this. Got the bullets. Everybody finds, although those lucky metal detector guys on the East Coast, I live on the West Coast, can't find this stuff. But the bullets would have been wrapped up in these cartridges, paper cartridges. The bullets up here, and the powder's down here. And you would just bite the back side of this off, dump the powder in, and then push the ball down into the barrel. These would have been wrapped up in packages like this. There'd be 10 of those in there. And then these would be put in your cartridge box. And I think that's about it for some of the gear that I have. Next scene I'll go to is the clothing. A lot of buttons on those, different kinds of buttons for different gear, different clothing, so we'll go to that next. Okay, here's some of the clothes that the Yankees would have worn. We'll go through some of this stuff. This is the French style kepi, they called it. It's got a little brass buckle there, and they have a little button on the side. This is the insignia that indicates that the soldier belongs to the infantry. That's the French horn. I also had, here's a, this indicates that the soldier belonged to the artillery, cross cannons. There's also another one that's the cross sabers, which would indicate that you belong to the cavalry. And there's a forage cap right there with a insignia of the of a company A. If you saw that, that indicates what company the soldier belonged to. I happen to belong to the Company A of the 20th Maine Reenactment Group here on the West Coast, and that's the red Maltese cross, which shows that you belong to the 1st Division of the 5th Corps of the Union Army. There's another buckle there, and more buttons on the sides. That's the Hardy hat. This is the dress hat of the Union, and there's a really cool brass eagle that goes on the side of that, which would be fun to find. So here are the vests. They have 9 eagle buttons on them, and on the back of these there's a little buckle there, a little metal buckle. The frock coat here, this is the dress coat, and on that there's all kinds of buttons. These buttons are bigger than what you find on the vests, and these are the standard eagle buttons. A lot of buttons there, buttons on the sleeves, And on the back, there's a couple buttons, big buttons back there. Okay, and this is the sack coat, which would be the workaday coats that they would wear just when if they'd be fighting in these kind of coats, they'd be working, digging trenches and just daily life in these. And these also have a big eagle button on them. This is a 4-button sack coat on this one. And we also have this is the big overcoat, and they have big buttons on them, big brass buttons here. It's got a cape on it with more buttons. You wonder why you find buttons. This is why. There's a lot of buttons on everything. 2 big buttons on the back. And over here we have trousers. And these trousers have Peter buttons on them. Flat, 2 holes. A lot of buttons there. Buttons here on the braces. It's a little metal bracket there. And up there on the braces there's more. So that about covers what I have for the uniform accoutrements. So here's a good book I wanted to point out. This is the Civil War Collector's Encyclopedia by Francis Lord, and they know a lot more about this stuff than I do, but it's got a lot more stuff in it, more detailed, and it's got answer just about every question you have regarding Civil War relics. So you know, if you're looking around, that's a good book. That's about it. I hope this helps a little bit. I wish I could go out to the East Coast and find this stuff too, but I'm out here on the West Coast, so I just have to watch your videos and live vicariously through you guys. So good luck and happy hunting.